Hey, what's happening? It's your boy CJ Curry here, back with another Prize Picks video. Today's video, I've got 3 Prize Picks plays that are looking quite nice on the Prize Picks board. First and foremost, if you're not already playing on Prize Picks, use code Curry, make your first deposit. They're gonna match you dollar for dollar all the way up to $100, making your first entry on Prize Picks completely risk-free and on the house. Deposit today, use code Curry. I've left a link down in the description of today's video for you to get started. Now, yesterday was a Sunday fun day for yours truly and the rest of our Dub Club community. We had an absolutely monster day, fantastic day, going 10-1 on picks that I provided overall. Let me show you guys just a little something and let you know how you can win $100. I'm doing a $100 giveaway if the last leg of this last 6-pick flex play that I made comes through. So we're heading on over to Twitter here. Guys, if you're not following me on Twitter, or X as it's known nowadays, give me a follow at Curry the Creator and take a look at my latest post here. As I mentioned, we went 10-1 yesterday, massive dubs for the Dub Club community. Dub Club, by the way, is where I post exclusive picks, winning plays, saving you time, winning more together each and every day. So if you're interested in joining Dub Club, it's just 67 cents per day. $20 per month is what that equates to. Super affordable. You can pay yourself back that $20 in just one night with one $10 2-pick power play on Prize Picks. It's that simple. I mean, it's basically a free membership at this point. But nonetheless, here's what I ended up doing yesterday, guys. Some fantasy score plays posted by yours truly to the Dub Club community. We turned this $20 flex play into $500. I had written up Joe Burrow over fantasy score, Baker Mayfield over fantasy score. We had another entry that I posted where we took the likes of Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jared Goff over their fantasy scores, Dak Prescott and CD Lamb over their fantasy scores, Kenneth Walker, K9 over fantasy score as well. So we turned another $20 play into $500. Now here's where you could win $100 tonight. As I mentioned, I'm doing a giveaway on my Twitter account at Curry the Creator. Simply give me a follow, hit the like button, repost this on Twitter, and then comment your Cash App account in the comment section below of this post. But here's what we're sweating tonight, all right? 6-pick flex play. I've already hit 5 out of 6, so I've already doubled my $27 up. So we already got $54 coming back to us. But if Stefon Diggs goes over 18 fantasy score tonight, I'm picking somebody on Twitter who is following, liking, retweeting, and commenting their Cash App account. I'm going to pick one of you guys to win $100 if Stefon Diggs goes over 18 fantasy score. So let's sweat this pick out together. This will be the first pick of today's video. Obviously, you're well aware at this point now that I'm liking Stefon Diggs against the Denver Broncos to go over 18 fantasy score. The Buffalo Bills need a big win tonight, guys. It's no secret. The Bills have been struggling, and I think they're going to rely on their studs, Josh Allen and hopefully Stefon Diggs. Stefon Diggs also has a really good rated matchup. I think his rating in this matchup was like a 75, 77 in that range, so very high, with 100 being the highest. 70 to 80 in the matchup rating is really good. So I'm really liking Stefon Diggs tonight, and I'm hoping that he lives up to all the projections on all the fantasy sites that have him going for about 21 fantasy score on average across 6 different fantasy score projection models. So sweat it along with me. Give me a follow on Twitter, and let's talk about these next 2 plays. If you like what I'm doing in the video so far, hey, think about subscribing, hitting that like button, and ringing that bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss out on any of my future content. But let's start with Damont Sabonis at 12.5 rebounds. First and foremost, he's taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. This is the only game on the slate that doesn't look like it's projected to be a blowout. In other words, the spread on this game is tight, meaning we should have 4 competitive quarters of basketball between the Sacramento Kings and the Cleveland Cavaliers. So if we flip over here to this DVP chart, you can take a look that based on season averages here for the center position and the rebound category, the Cleveland Cavaliers are giving up the 3rd most rebounds per game on average to opposing centers at 16.7 boards per game. There's only 2 teams in the NBA that are giving up more rebounds per game to the center position That's the Washington Wizards, who stink, and the Oklahoma City Thunder. So Cleveland ranks third. Kind of surprising when you think about the likes of Jared Allen, Evan Mobley. But Jared Allen's been on a minutes restriction, which I think should provide a better matchup and better opportunity for Damont Sabonis to sail past 12.5 rebounds. Now, when we take a look at this Damont Sabonis play, we're using the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. I'm just going to punch in Sabonis' name here. We're going to go down to the rebound section, and you see that he's at 12.5 boards. Now, is this the most plus EV play on the board? Not really. I mean, it's got a 50.3% chance, slightly better than a coin flip's chance of going over. But why I like this pick is when we start to apply some projection models to this 12.5 rebound number for Damont Sabonis, things start to get a little bit sweeter here. So let me show you what I'm talking about. For this first projection, we're turning to Fantasy Labs. Fantasy Labs has Damont Sabonis pulling down at least almost 14 rebounds at 13.9 boards against the Cavs tonight. So obviously that's a very strong projection on a line of just 12.5 rebounds. We flip over to another site. In this case, this is RotoWire. We punch in Damont Sabonis' name on RotoWire. RotoWire's got him all the way up at 14.3 rebounds. So two sites now that have them right around 14 or better boards tonight. So things are looking up and up here for Damont Sabonis. We're also going to check Line Star, another tool in my arsenal that I like to turn to. 13.2 rebounds on Damont Sabonis' rebound line of 12.5. So we're 3 out of 3 on the projections for Sabonis going over 12.5 boards. Last but not least, let's look at Number Fire real quick. Number Fire's got Sabonis projected for 12.6. A little bit of a lower, more conservative projection for Sabonis. But again, given the matchup here against the Cavaliers, who are giving up the third most rebounds to centers, I think Damont Sabonis has a real chance tonight of going over 12.5 boards, especially if Jared Allen's going to be out and they're playing more Evan Mobley at center, which has been the case here recently. So I'm going to take Damont Sabonis for more than 12.5 boards going up against Cleveland, and hopefully we get 4 competitive quarters of basketball. Now, this next play, you know, this guy can be hit or miss. He could be hot or cold. It's been really hard to predict what Zack LaVine of the Chicago Bulls is going to do from game to game. Tonight, he's at 7.5 rebounds and assists, and that's the line that we're looking at for Zack LaVine. Let's take a look at the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer again to see if this is a plus EV play or not, because for me, as far as PrizePicks goes, I'm only interested in playing plus EV plays. Now, when we look at Zack LaVine and all of the different player projection categories that are offered for him tonight, 7.5 rebounds and assists is the highest or most EV play that you could take for Zack LaVine. It's got almost a 54% chance of hitting tonight, 53.42% to be exact. So now that we know that it is a plus EV play, again, let's apply some projections here to this particular pick. Starting off with Fantasy Labs. Fantasy Labs has him at exactly 7.5 rebounds and assists. Is it the best projection? No, but it's not the worst either. So now that we know that he's at least going to be in the vicinity of 7 to 8 rebounds and assists, let's check out another projection site. Again, this one's provided by RotoWire. RotoWire's got him all the way up at a healthy 9.57 rebounds and assists. They've got him going over 7.5. So far, we're at 7.5 or better on 2 different projection models, but we're not going to stop there. No, because we do things thoroughly around here. We're going to take a look at Line Star. Line Star's got him all the way up at 8.8 rebounds and assists, close to 9. So that's almost 1.5 rebounds and assists higher than his line of 7.5 tonight. So they like this matchup against the Milwaukee Bucks. And then we're going to finish this off with Number Fire. Number Fire's got him at 4.5 rebounds plus another 4.1 dimes, putting him at 8.6 rebounds and assists if my math is correct. So we now have 4 projection models out of 4 that like Zack LaVine at 7.5 rebounds and assists or better. We know that it is a plus EV play, and we know that the matchup against the Milwaukee Bucks for shooting guards in terms of rebounds is a pretty good one. They give up about 7.2 rebounds per game. That's a top 10 rebound per game average to the shooting guard position. So he should be in a pretty good spot. In addition to that, they're giving up about 5 assists per game. So you take the 7.2 rebounds, you add it to the 5 assists, and you're sitting at over 12 rebounds and assists potentially. Not that Zack LaVine's going to get 12 rebounds and assists tonight, but he should have the Lions' share of those rebounds and assists, being that he is the starting shooting guard for the Chicago Bulls. So there you have it. Pretty strong matchup in the rebounds and assists category for Zack LaVine, making him the 3rd pick of today's video. Now, I've already got plenty of skin in the game with Stefon Diggs. I encourage you to tail along if you're liking the Stefon Diggs pick. So I'm going to leave him off. I'm going to just make this a 2-pick power play. I'll put $25 on it. And if we get both right, we're going to hit a 3x here on PrizePicks. So there you go. Those are your 2 picks. Damont Sabonis over 12.5 rebounds with Zack LaVine over 7.5 rebounds and assists. And then, of course, as I mentioned, we're doing that giveaway over on Twitter. If Stefon Diggs goes over 18 fantasy score tonight, not only do I win $675 on PrizePicks, but I'm picking one of you from the Twitter comments section who's following, who has retweeted, and who has liked that post. Picking one of you guys to win $100. I'm going to make you $100 richer. What can be better than that on a Monday evening? All right. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate all your support. Subscribe, like, ring the bell, and turn those notifications on, guys, and we'll catch you in the very next video. Good luck tonight if you're tailing. Peace.